Not that the comebacks aren't nice, but nice to have a third period where you had the lead and into the last couple minutes.
Yeah, it was a quiet third period, which is nice, so we'll take that. You know, the first period, there's parts of it we didn't like. I thought we traded chances, and that's not the way we have success. Second period, I thought we got our game back after a good penalty kill, and for the rest of the way, we were pretty happy with how we played.
You mentioned the trading chances in the first period. I asked Blake Coleman because it was at times sort of entertaining to watch. The guys were attacking the blue line. We saw lots of skill moves, but
Yeah, we can attack the blue line all we want, but we will have to make sure that we're not giving up numbers the other way. That's a big thing for us. So I'd love to see us hit the blue line, make plays nonstop. But if we're going to play that way, you always have to make sure someone's getting above again, so we're not giving numbers up. So I just felt like Dustin had to make a couple saves in the first period he probably shouldn't have. And then I thought into the second and third period, we reeled our game in a little bit.
I was asking about Adam Klapka because, I mean, he's so big that obviously when he pulls those skill moves, they really stand out. But were we seeing a more confident version of him as a player tonight?
Sure, I would assume so. Like he's not shy to handle the puck, and I think that's part of his growth and maturity. We're trying to work with him on understanding when to use the skill, when not to use the skill. But we talked earlier about him being a type of player that we don't have. Like he's physical. When he's on his game, he can skate for a big man, and he does have a good skill set. And I think the more that he plays, you're going to see more of all those elements come out in him. It's just a matter of helping him to be consistent right now, because that is really what we need from him. And then once you're consistent, your game grows from there.
Is it a sign of growth that, like, he was still willing to dance a little bit tonight? He had that one, obviously, at the blue line in Utah that you guys got hemmed in after. The fact that he was confident to kind of go back to it tonight, is that a sign of growth for him?
I hope so. I mean, that one cost us a goal in Utah, right? I mean, so that's a lesson that a young guy has to learn. Like, there's always time and place. If you have a ton of speed and you know there's people behind you that can help you out, no problem. But that's, he learned a hard lesson there, and he's a guy that wants to help the team win. So kind of that's our job as coaches, is to help him through situations like that. And putting him back in tonight, I thought he responded really well. I thought he had a good night for us along with his line mates.
Blake's on that note, he said himself that he can learn a lot from the simplicity of Coleman's game. Is that kind of words that you want to hear him say?
Sure, yeah. Again, for Blake tonight, we challenged some of our older players to be our best players tonight, like Michael and Blake in particular, and I thought they were. I thought their line was very good tonight, and Farabee had a good night as well. But Blake had more pep in his step than he's had in a little while. So if Adam looks at him and he tries to model his game after Blake, just a much bigger size of it, then yeah, that's a really good thing for us.
Really safe to say that Kadri got that memo too, given his start to the game?
Yeah, I mean, Cads has been really good for us, in a lot of different ways. He's kind of the, I don't want to say heartbeat, but he's the, more nights than not, he's dragging people into the game. And for us to get off to a good start, scoring a nice goal like that, great for us, great to get the building involved. And it was a big moment in the game for sure.
Blake's got half the amount of goals he had last year, but can I assume that you would still argue he's just as valuable this year?
100%. Yeah, there's so many other things that people probably don't see what Blake brings to the table, whether it's on the ice. You can see the shot blocks, the hits. I mean, he goes to the net hard. He doesn't ever cheat the game, but he's also a really important person in our room in helping people along, like we talked about Adam. Like, younger players don't look to older players if they're not character, if they're not someone that could be trusted on or counted in all situations, and Blake most definitely is that for us.
I don't even know exactly what I'm asking, but he had 15 shot attempts tonight.
Blake?
Yeah. So when you challenged him, were you specifically challenging him to get a little more offensive tonight?
No, just to make sure they set the tone for the way our team needed to play. That as a line, we needed that from them tonight, and I thought they delivered.
You don't see 15 shot attempts out of anybody very often.
No, not very often. So I think Mackenzie had one, didn't he, where he was like 18 or something a few nights back? But good on him. Whenever somebody's getting shot attempts like that, you're around the puck. So you're doing things the right way to put yourself in positions to shoot. So that means he's skating and he's doing the things that make Blake a really good player.
What do you think of Kevin Rooney's game tonight? Seems like a glue guy for you guys and had that goal in the morning skate, then one tonight. So the Roon dog seems to get a lot of people going here.
Yeah, he's a good man, another good character person in our dressing room. The line was good again tonight, and really since the Four Nation break, I think that line more often than not has been good for us, and a lot of that, in my opinion, is because of the guy in the middle of the ice. So centermen to me drive their line, and I feel like Kevin's done that here over the last little while for us, and the guys love him. You can see it in the morning when he scored a goal like that. It just brings some energy and excitement. He's a really, really good teammate.